Hello wonderful people, Connor Whitmore here again with another video for you on the Nawtystep channel, and today I'm going to be reviewing the new EP from Leotrix, Visions of the Leo. Mr. Ethan Wright, Leotrix, Sydney-based, he's back with another EP. A very quick follow-up to Round 3, which he released on Never Say Die Black label just a couple of months ago. That being said, becoming aware this week of his workflow and the rate at which he produces, it's a little surprise how quickly this new collection's come around. By this point, undeniably one of the poster boys and figureheads of the future RIDDIM sound, really displaying his range within that style in the last couple of years. Some of it more outright heavy, some of it more overtly melodic, and a fair bit of it executed with a distinctive lo-fi twist. Not forgetting also his collaborative work in the last few months with producers from completely different walks of bass life. From the Caracal project to Oski to Dirty Audio, I mean, the guy's branching out, he's doing bits. All that considered, I wondered for this new main label Disciple release exactly which route he was going to go down. Especially seeing as I'd usually associate his sound with Round Table, although I suppose that kind of goes out the window when someone gets big enough, which is what Leotrix has become. And while stylistically I would say that Visions of the Leo indeed it doesn't feel like a main label Disciple release, it's still another memorable batch of tracks from him. Kicking off with easily one of my favourite tracks of his so far, Sight. Welcoming us into the EP with its inviting lead melody and getting to the first drop within the first 25 seconds or so, straight to the point. And the heaviness throughout is lovely. The thick, vibrant, mechanical rhythmy beat, the percussive breaks, the vocal sample from Me and You by Cassie, it all works together so well. Pitching up the vocals slightly for the second drop is a fantastic development as well, and yeah, just little things like that keep an idea fresh and engaging, with the idea being practically the same the second time around. The flow of it, the direction, the purpose, the musicality, it's all just spot on, and yeah, it doesn't do a lot, but everything about it works. And I think it would make for a really good 130 house VIP. Just saying. Following that opener, Visions of the Leo may not reach those heights again, but the remaining material here, the following 4 tracks, are also executed very effectively for what they are. Track 2, Oh Yeah, presents us with another delightful opening, kinda twinkly, kinda glitchy, again, very inviting. And although the muddy percussion brings it down somewhat for me, once more the heaviness here is just a really nice vibe. A pretty straightforward bleep bloop stomper, but a very pleasant feeling to it, you know, kind of swimming along. Overlaying touches are gorgeous. And again, the breaks. I mean, if you want to learn how to make a song catchy and memorable, then here's the blueprint. Overlaying touches and the break. A track that some will wish did a bit more, but I think the repetition and continuity from one drop to another works here. Another surefire way, I think, of making music catchy and memorable. It's just the power of keeping things simple. Jumping over to track 4, Good Day, yet another beautiful melody kicking things off here. Not so much inviting this time as melancholic and reflective. Also very intergalactic sounding. More Leotrix heaviness, where the idea isn't particularly memorable or special, but it just glides along so sweetly. Got a nice weight to it, a nice melodic direction going on, and a great relationship between the main synths kind of prodding at the top. Again here, the repetition and continuity of it sucking you right in. A simple technique that's often overlooked and is very effective at getting you into a track if done well. On the flip side of that, again, some may feel it dries out a bit by the end. Oh, and the progression of each drop with that vocal sample. Is it saying consulate or something like that? I'm not entirely sure, but to me, feels a bit out of place and I think disrupts the flow of the song just a bit. The other 2 tracks here, 3 and 5, Lovin' You and Begin New, are a little more nondescript, but definitely worth giving full attention in the context of the collection. The closer, Begin New, coming in at just under 2 minutes, I love for its very plump and vivid and bubbly main synths, you know, easily some of the most real feeling sounds I've heard from him yet, and that's saying something. Those. Oh, but the backdrop isn't one that I can quite get on board with, and yeah, I think just a good example here of I get what he's going for, but it's just too stodgy and too muffled for me. And it also finishes pretty abruptly, and I think were it not at the end acting as a kind of outro for the EP, then it would feel like a bit of an add-on, and yeah, generally just far too short here. The middle track, however, Lovin' You, being for me the biggest offender on Visions of the Leo. The rhythm here has a slightly jumpy feel to it, which is welcomed, and the somewhat wavy delivery I think is agreeable. But on an EP where the drop ideas don't venture that far on the invention front, this is mile and away the worst example. It's colourful, there's a good motion to it, I'll give it that, but beyond that, it's nothing more than fine, you know, functioning more as a kind of standard midway interlude moment than anything else. And the main vocal sample used here, not quite sitting right, I think, going for charming and alluring, and coming off quite unsettling and unnerving to me. Yeah, nah, there's something about it that it just doesn't sit with me. Overall though, I would still put it up there with the most enjoyable Leotrix EPs, and to me, second only to Round 3. This technique I've been talking about of repetition and continuity, it works wonders for giving the collection a fantastic structure, not venturing or going off in random directions, which allows these concepts we get to embed in our brains. And yeah, budding producers out there, if you want to make your music catchy and memorable, there's a lot to learn here. Melodically, it's another brilliant project from him, and he's proved himself again here to be one of the best in dubstep in that department right now. And it's all very together and well packaged, with the production showing off a couple of mishaps, but mostly being very on point. On the flip side, however, whilst the repetition with the ideas we get works pretty well, the ideas themselves, the main ones in the heaviness here, aren't notably special. This neat, contained, riddim-y approach, he's done a lot by this point, and well, and now I want to see him branch out more. He's done so with his collaborations in the recent past, but I want to see him do that more on a solo level. To say he's playing it safe here would be harsh, but I feel like there's a lot more to his style than the confines of the riddim format in its strictest form, if you get me. And yeah, I just think he can push himself a lot further conceptually. And I won't lie, for a main label Disciple release, I did think he might go a bit further with his idea experimentation. You know, for all the praise about repetition, for example, a couple of the second drops here do need something a little bit more just to keep their respective tracks ticking along. Ultimately, I always come back to thinking this is a very solid project, and I will be listening to it far more than most others I hear this year. Yeah, another lasting impression I have, which I've had with other past projects of his too, is that, yeah, this approach, it's been done very well by him, but there's simply more to be had from his style, potential that really deserves to be unleashed. Visions of the Leo is good, don't get me wrong, but in a strong way I'm left wondering again here with him about what could have been. Now in terms of my favourite, then I'm gonna have to go with the opener, Sight, you know, can't really fault it. Everything about it for me just works, the purpose of it, the direction, the flavour, the feeling, melodically, the production, it's just such a great combination of elements, and one of my tracks of the year so far, I'm gonna have to say. And in terms of recommendations, if you enjoyed the EP, then I would look at Beast Boy. If you want a bit more of that glitchy, colourful, technological kind of approach, and a bit dubsteppy, a bit riddim-y, then yeah, definitely give his stuff a listen. But there we have it, my review of the new EP from Leotrix, Visions of the Leo. I hope you enjoyed the video, thank you very much for watching. But yeah, what did you guys make of the EP? Which track is your favourite of the 5? Drop all of your views, thoughts and opinions in the comments section down below. Beyond that, if you're enjoying the content, then subscribe if you yet to, and hit the bell along the way, and my social media accounts and Discord, as well as the Nawtystep Patreon page are linked below in the description. And yeah, if you want to help the channel grow, reach its full potential, then check out the Patreon, the different tiers, and get involved. But yeah, keep it naughty. If it's naughty, then you know. And I shall see all of you legends in the next one. Peace!